Hi, my name is Galam. So I just finished using 2AN products onto my face to do a full makeup today. A Korean brand that is like very pretty packaging, but most importantly, we want to see if they work for our Asian skin, or particularly with like especially my skin tone, which is slightly darker than normal like Asian people, right? So okay, this one is almost like a cushion comeback, but it says here it's called Gleaming Tension Pad. The color that I'm using is 29 Caramel Beige. So I believe this is the darkest that they have. I have been using it for a week, and I do really enjoy using it because it's a very light, you can make it a very light coverage, easy to like pat onto the skin. So, but one thing is like, remember if you have like little pimples like what I'm having right now, it's best not to cover the pimples when especially they're fresh, right? Because you don't want to have the like any germs from this cushion and put it back. So what I would suggest later, I'm gonna use some makeup brushes to do that. So first of all, before the cushion, I would suggest to use definitely a moisturizer, any high water content one. So hydrate the skin first. You can also use a primer if you are going to like want the makeup to last like longer. But right now I'm just using a moisturizer that has sunscreen on. Then I'm gonna use this sponge from 2AN here. Open, take a little bit. You see the color is pretty like good because it's much darker than a lot of the brand. Because a lot of time when I try BB cushion, it's almost like the color will make my skin looks gray because my skin tone is slightly quite tan right now. So as you can see, I only take one portion, like one time, and then I try to like press all over. So immediately you can see more even skin tone. Again, I try to avoid these parts, so I do the second time. It's best to look into the mirror so you can really see what you're doing. So right now, I'm just dabbing onto the skin, also on the forehead. Again, I might take a little bit, just a little bit, because I can see not much product coming out. So, but again, I just want a very light coverage. So it does a really good job. As you can see, it looks very natural. It's completely matched with my skin tone. Yeah, because I'm very happy to find a product like this that I can do touch up. Because usually I use a concealer. So what I do, I conceal like the dark circle, the side of the nose, like these pimples. So again, like I said, I'm gonna use a brush. So I'm using my own makeup brushes, Kalamakeup brushes. So here you take the product like a concealer. So I just cover this. So as you can see, it's pretty good coverage. So what you can do, you can blend the side. So to make it thinner and blend into the skin though you don't see. So use a dabbing motion to make more details. What I can do now is like go under the eye. Again, I'm going to like, because I want to pick up the product, right? But it touches like the potential pimple. So what I will do, I'm using tissue, just clean the brushes at least, and then take the product again. So this time I'm gonna go under the eye. I can show you. I usually look up and then you can cover like that. So half of my face have this comeback, but again it looks pretty natural. This is nose, so I have like some freckles. Here is a bit more coverage, but again it looks natural. Okay, I'm gonna quickly do the other side because I want to like not make the video too long. So one thing that my advice of using these BB cushion or cushion comeback is to make sure the sponge is always clean, because yeah, especially for me, if I use this product for on my client, what I will do, I will use a new sponge every time, and like again, if the person have any sort of like acne skin, let's say, right, then have to be mindful, because like, but again, this is a great product if you use on your own. As a makeup artist, we know our drill, how to make sure hygiene and not spread the germs, I would say. Okay, here, quickly, done, voila. And then, so, I'm using the brush just to do like some details. Under the eye. A little bit here, because on top of the eyelid usually it's a little bit thinner, so you can see the veins. You can see quite a few bit. Okay, I'm gonna do this and clean my brushes first, because I touched the part where potentially. Okay, and then I'm very happy with this coverage. Even if I would say, if there are time where I wanted to just do a very light coverage on areas like around the nose, under the eye, pimples, or on top of the eyebrow, this area, I can just directly use the brush to pick up the product. So this is a great way to do a coverage. Okay, then next I'm gonna use their lovely blush. So this blush is called Orange Flare Dual Cheek. So the two colors, one you can see is matte, one is it's a bit shiny coral color. So what I will do, I'll take the matte first, just dab. You can see how the pigment touches the brush. It's very fine. I don't see big powder on the brush tip of the brush, so which is a good sign. So usually I just smile and dab upward. The motion is bringing up like that. So it's very natural. Blush is not a lot at all, but I like how it's matte, because my the base right now, I would say, is a little bit like still very glowy, right? So I guess no need to be so glowy sometimes. So the other side, same thing. Smile, take the product and go upward movement. So again, because this is a very light blush, what I would do, I'll use the other side, this orange, so it will pop a little bit. You see how on the brush, like, you want to make sure it's spread evenly, okay? Or you can just turn, like dab a little bit on the back of your palm and then smile, go up, take, twirl, brush upward. Then this way you can create a very natural kind of glow. Even like with the little bit powder, I'm gonna gently just brush into my skin, because it's so like sheer that it can act like my powder at the moment. So, and after the blush, I'm gonna try Yan highlight. So the highlight have like all these like beautiful. They have like share with me 5 different colors. This one's like more pink tone. This one that's here is called Pure Glash Highlighter. I guess it's more like a green, lime green. And this one is interesting. I love this name. Lemongrass like highlighter. Oh yeah, this is Lime Balm. Sorry, Lime Balm green, more green. And you can see this one is like more yellow. And here is the Frosty. So it's like a kind of silver color. And last but not least, this one's Peach Gleam. So this one actually I'm very interested to put as a highlighter. But this time actually I want to do it on top of my eye instead of highlight. So I'll put it on top of my eye. Just a little bit natural pink. In the middle first, I blend it to the side. So you can use your finger to dab a little bit so that it looks a bit more natural. Okay, and I'm gonna use the small yellow tone called lemongrass as a highlight on areas like the tip. Okay, here I use my fingers to blend the tip of the nose, and then you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So highlight the cupid bow, and I'll do side of the face. And the inner corner of my eye. As you can see, it still look very natural. It just different glow. Here's like coral. On top of the eyes, a little bit pink. Here, like, well, I use the lemongrass, but it's not super yellow. So let me look into the mirror and see clearly, because sometimes like it's interesting how mirror and on your camera they look quite different. So again, if I want to have a slightly full coverage, use this again. I use my fingertip, right? Just tap under the eye. Using tapping motion can help your like this line, especially sometimes like when you wake up your eyes are a little bit puffy. Do tapping motion under the eye. Around the nose have a little bit coverage. Again, these little previous dog I have, I can give it a little bit more coverage. So this way, it's like a proper full makeup, but doesn't look too heavy. Okay, lastly, they also have these beautiful eyeshadow palette. This one is called the Better Me Eye Palette in the color of Dear Me. This is number 1, Sunlit. And then this one's Fairy. So I would like to use a tone that is not too red, because I prefer more earthy, like brown tone. So this one, I'll try with this one. So this one is the Dear Me number 5. my friend have like started swatch to see the color. So because right now I have the pink highlight, so I'm gonna take this lightest matte color. You can see, wow, so pigmented, right? Tap a little, or you can blend into your hand. I'm gonna just dab onto your eye. So this way, you see how it's immediately not, the highlight is like covered, but it's still underneath. So that. So I have a tint of pink. Nice. Make sure my two eyes are even. Again, looking to the mirror is the best thing to see if they're even. Then after, right, because pink is such a easy to look swollen type of like eyeshadow, but it's doable, it's usable. But it's always you need a second color. So here I'm using this like here, this color, okay, more like a taupe. Again, when I pick up the pigment, you can see it's very fine, the powder tap. And then this time I'm just gonna be very gentle and not cover the whole thing. I'm just gonna do kind of halfway so that it's blending. Again, you can always use your fingers to help you. I have these lashes, individual lashes, so just have to make sure product doesn't like go over. So here, if I look in the mirror or the camera, I see a patch of this color. So that's very nice actually. I don't really wear eyeshadow much, but I like the natural like kind of like color. So the base I love, which is this one, the Gleaming Tension Pack in the color 29. They have like at least 6 colors, and so definitely one will suit your skin tone unless you are really dark skin tone. But generally it's great for like us who love a tan, and this is perfect like foundation color for us. And after I use the blush, which is an orange flare, very pretty natural color. Eyeshadow, you can see, also very natural, and I love how it's not too shiny actually. And highlight, and I put some my own lip color and a little bit eyebrow and eyeliner to finish this look. So thank you to AN for sharing all these amazing products with me. I will keep trying to use them, and if you want to find them online, you can look for at 2an_official for the Instagram account. So I will see you soon. Bye.